The industrial food system that is present in Western cultures has proven to make healthy eating a challenge. To combat this, a plethora of individuals are on a certain type of diet, whether it be vegan, paleo, keto, or any other specific way of eating. Because of this phenomenon, my research looks at a specific diet, macronutrient tracking, and a diet program that uses this method called Stronger You. I ultimately look at how this specific diet affects the way that individuals interact with the food system. The industrial food system that we interact with daily shapes the way that consumers eat. Although it has created increased access to foods, the industrial food system is primarily full of processed and pre-made meals and have been a major factor in the poor eating choices consumers make every day, and possibly without even realizing it. These food items are marketed and mislabeled as what Scribus calls functionally marketed foods. These are foods that are marketed with their supposed health benefits with no real credibility. Because of the misinformation that is ever present, consumers have come to rely on the convenience of the industrial food system and have had to actively fight their way to change the way they eat. One of these ways that consumers have tried to change their habits have been by participating in a very specific diet that relies on macronutrient tracking. Macronutrient tracking involves having daily protein, fat, and carbohydrate goals to consume each day according to each individual. This is done by logging every single item of food and drink consumed through a food log or journal that can break down the nutrients of each item. For my research specifically, I'm looking at a dieting company that uses this method called Stronger You. Through this program, individuals have a nutrition coach that gives them macro goals for each week, dependent on their goals and their progress. I have found that macronutrient tracking as a whole provides limits on what individuals can consume per day, puts them in a healthy calorie deficit, and forces them to make accountable food choices. Even though this program allows an individual to eat anything that they want, because of the limitations, an individual is forced to make better food choices. These choices often gravitate towards more nutrient-dense foods and less processed foods, so that they can eat more for less. Participants often gravitate towards this program because of the fact that it doesn't tell them what they can and can't eat, but rather has them make slow and naturally restrictive decisions. This process makes it so that individuals eat with more intention and pay extremely close attention to food labels. Because of the public aspect of having a nutrition coach that you share your results with, individuals feel a sense of accountability that almost forces them to eat better. This program gives individuals the tools to navigate within the food system and discern how they can best consume. The learning aspect of the program is something that individuals are drawn towards and take with them even when they are not actively tracking their food. This program creates both positive and negative consequences. Individuals that partake in it have described a changed relationship with their food and have created new eating habits. McWilliams described that the healthiest people he knows are those that follow an extremely regimented food and exercise program. Those are the individuals that have found balance in the food system. Despite the positive impacts, tracking food can get a lot of negative social feedback. These individuals are functioning outside of social norms and are often considered to be obsessive and caring too much, despite the healthier results that are being produced. All in all, the macronutrient tracking has shown to help individuals navigate a food system that has made it very hard to eat healthy.